Alright guys, so we already know when it comes to life is filled with so many ups and downs. And I think one of the worst things is that when we go through those down moments, we stay there. And majority of the time we stay there because we're not focused and we really don't have a strategy of how to get out of it, or at least how to withstand things while we're going through that time. So this video is going to focus on one of the main downtimes that a lot of people experience, which is unemployment. This is going to have a lot of information of what you should be doing from the day you get that term letter going forward. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's up, guys? Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, whether you're employed or unemployed. No matter what, stay in good spirits, reach your goals, strategize so that you can reach your goals. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's Rashad King 2017. And of course, I'm going to make it easy for you by putting a link in the description. All you have to do is click on that link and it will take you straight to my page. And then of course, once you get to my page, go ahead and hit that DM and let's start a conversation. Alright guys, so this video is going to focus on unemployment, what you should be doing from beginning to end. As you guys know, I'm in HR. I've been in HR for years, and I have my master's in human resource management. That's one of the masters I have. So when it comes to unemployment, one of the biggest things that you will have to have with you is that term letter. That termination letter that you got from your employer is going to outline everything. And so when you build your rebuttal, if you want to go for a lawsuit, whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's going to stem from that term letter. That term letter is really going to be golden. So make sure you get a copy of it and make sure that you keep up with it. So let's start with the basic. I can warn you guys now, this video is going to have a lot of information. Make sure you watch it from beginning to end and make sure you share it with other people because it's information that really should be talked about. Alright, so the first thing is going to be unemployment. The very first thing you want to do is when you get laid off or when you get terminated is that you want to make sure that you're bringing in some type of revenue. You need money for everything. And so the first thing you want to do is unemployment. Now, a lot of people automatically, I don't know why people assume, well, I got terminated, so I'm not going to get my unemployment. Guys, that's what unemployment was created for. Unemployment is for if you got terminated. It's rare for you to get unemployment if you quit, but I will go over that side with you as well. So let's start with the hardest part, trying to get unemployment if you quit. If you quit the company, it is extremely hard to get unemployment. In order for you to get your unemployment benefits, you have to prove that you were in a hostile work environment, that you were being harassed, that you were in a unsafe work environment, that it had to be something major that made you come up with the decision that I can't do this anymore, I gotta leave this company right now. And if you do it, keep in mind, all of those things that I just named, it's not a one situation. It's not a one situation thing. In order for it to be harassment, workplace violence, are being in an unsafe condition, it have to happen more than one time. So, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't win their case when it comes to harassment, workplace violence, and etc. is because those things have to occur more than once. You gotta have like a log or a record of this thing happening and this stuff existing. And you have to make sure that you document on your end. And I know a lot of people say, well, how can I document? I know the company is documenting by giving me write-ups, by giving me suspensions, and all of these other things. You document through email. So if your employer they gave you a write-up, and in your mind, you're saying, okay, well, the only reason I got this write-up is because of discrimination, harassment, workplace violence. That's the only reason they gave me that write-up. You send an email to the HR person, and when in that email, you'll put that stuff in there that you're starting your trail of documentation, that you'll say, hey, so-and-so, it was nice meeting with you yesterday. This email is a follow-up to our conversation. I want to let you know now that I disagree with this write-up, and then you state your reasons why, so that now you have it documented that you talked to somebody from HR, and you have it documented that you feel that you are being harassed, and you have it documented so that you can show proof later when this thing is really going to count. So that's if you quit. Now, if you get terminated, it's a whole lot easier. Honestly, no matter what you being terminated from, the one thing that you want to keep in mind is that term letter. So when you apply for unemployment is the company is going to automatically, the first thing, as soon as you fill out that paperwork, it's going to go to the company, asking the company, why was this person terminated? So the company is going to automatically say, I termed this person for just cause. And so that's gonna be bound to happen. And because of that, unemployment is gonna send you a letter saying that your benefits is denied because the company is saying that you was terminated for just cause. So what you will do is you appeal. Always appeal. So once you appeal your unemployment, what you're doing is you're creating a rebuttal. You're taking that term letter and everything that was outlined in that term letter. If the term letter is because of work performance, you're proving how you didn't that you did have good work ethics, that you did everything that you were supposed to do. All it's doing is really explaining what happened from your point of view. If you got termed for points, then your rebuttal is going to be, yes, I violated the attendance policy, but the attendance policy was violated because I had to go to the hospital. My kid was sick. I had a flat tire. Whatever it is that got you to termination, that got that last point, they really don't care about all of the other points you accumulated. They're just worried about what was that last point. So you want to make sure that you rebuttal, and then once you submit that, unemployment is going to look it over. Both you and the company is going to have to appear before the judge. Normally, it's always over the phone. And all you have to do is stay focused. The judge is going to ask specific questions. And it's majority of the time, it's a yes or no. So when you get on the phone, no attitudes, nothing like that. Just answer the question. It's just yes or no. Don't, get upset with the company, because it's not about them at that time. And as long as you stay focused with those yes or no questions that the judge is going to ask you, you always get your employment after that. You always get your unemployment after that. And then, of course, when you get your unemployment, they're going to back pay you all the way from the very first day. So if this process took, like the longest normally it can take, if it took 2 months, then they're going to give you all of the back pay for those 2 months when you finally get it. So, guys, make sure that you apply for your unemployment. Man, that was already a lot of information, and we're 8 minutes in. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Like I said, this really is a lot of information. Okay, so let's say you feel that the reason you got terminated is because of discrimination. The one thing that you want to do is go to the EEOC. So whatever state you're in, look for the local EEOC office, and then you're going to file a claim for discrimination. So some states are at-will states, like the state I'm in, Indiana. At-will states typically sides with the employer, where they're pretty much saying that you can terminate the employee for any reason at any time. However, it's a clause in that they cannot fire you because of discrimination. So if you feel that you were being discriminated against because of your race, because of your age, because of your gender, because of sexual preference, because of sexual orientation, because of disability, if you feel that you are being discriminated against, then you need to go to the EEOC and you need to do a claim. Once you do that claim, it's going to automatically is built into a lawsuit that the company now have to explain, that they didn't discriminate against you. And then, of course, if you have witnesses, you want to make sure that you bring those forward to the EEOC as well, so that it can strengthen your case. So you want to make sure that you really use the EEOC. A lot of people don't know about the EEOC for some reason, but this is an organization that's going to help you, that's going to give you the attorney and everything else that you need in order to sue the company, and you're not coming out of pocket. So if you feel that you were discriminated against, make sure that you go to the EEOC. If for some reason the company made a horrible mistake by not paying you, it happens. Maybe sometimes, the company wants you to sign a severance package, and, in order to strengthen that, they'll not pay you for some of the hours that you work. It's a dirty game, but I have seen it happen. So what do you do if the company is not giving you your last check? If the company is just automatically trying to take money out of your check, which they can't do, then that's when you'll contact the Department of Labor. The Department of Labor is going to handle all of those issues concerning your pay. So if they're not, if they didn't give you your last check, if you're having any issues with your money of them not paying you, you'll contact the Department of Labor. And then, of course, if you feel that you was in an unsafe work condition, that you feel that they didn't give you the PPE that you need, that they put you in a dangerous situation, or maybe you got contaminated with something because of a lack of safety protocols, that's when you'll contact OSHA. OSHA is the person that you want to contact if you feel that it was an unsafe work environment, and you'll put a claim through them. So guys, you really want to make sure that you pay attention to the organizations that you can connect with. So you have the EEOC, that if you feel that you were being discriminated, you have the Department of Labor if it's anything concerning your pay, and you have OSHA if you feel that it was anything concerning an unsafe work environment. So make sure that you check out those organizations and you know how to contact them in your area, so that if anything ever happens and you feel that you were terminated, that the reason for your termination is not justified, then you want to reach out to those organizations and do a claim. And like I said, make sure that you go for your unemployment. There's so many other things I can tell you about what it is that you should be doing once you get terminated. But like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. So I just basically gave you the 3 main important things. So just realize, if you have any questions, to just reach out to me on Instagram. It's Rashad King 2017, and I'll help you out. And I'll tell you, what organization you really need to be connecting with, so that you can get the ball rolling. But no matter what, when you get unemployed, Do not stay down. Do not feel defeated. You know, this is the time that you really need to focus and you need to strategize. So, all right, hit me up if you need me.